took out the padding. This is it.
Everything that you want this year. I went shopping and planning, ribbons and candles. I got it all right here. Mistletoe and champagne, I'll pour it on Christmas morning. Everything on your lips.
That must be a joke. Never mind. I don't need it.
Very short-lived. We go out.
La music in a library would be just obnoxious, honestly. Because why would you do that? Chris Evans, yay! Congratulations on your wedding. He got married.
It's waiting if you go looking for it. I know you'll adore it. Your favorite gift. You can find me under the tree.
She's tired.
I need to really start working out again. My energy is at an all-time low.
So we're at the COEX Starfield Library. Very pretty. They decorated the whole thing.
Because we are library rats, you know. It's also very cozy and it's very Harry Potter-esque, you know.
That's the vibe.
And it's the holiday season or whatever, so I'm like, ooh, cozy, warm, blah, 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 blah.
We were talking about that though. Why don't they make a Harry Potter themed
library.
hotel? Any hotel.
Oh, a whole hotel? Oh my god.
Imagine.
I will lose all my money.
Imagine. I'm going here there on a Hobbit.
I will spend
My whole
all my
savings.
money.
I don't care. I don't care. I need to be in the Gryffindor.
There
for it.
has to exist one, c'est pas possible.
Parce
It can
que
be, let me see.
there is they made a whole fuss about the Universal Studio theme thingy.
Exactly.
But what about the hotel though?
Exactly. Wait, Harry
You
Potter.
know it's gonna make money. You know.
Especially if it's in like England. I don't know why
my
they
God.
wouldn't. I don't know why they wouldn't. Harry Potter theme.
Because apparently there was like a Shrek Airbnb thingy. Shrek is cute, but it's not giving the same vibe as Harry Potter. So give me the Harry Potter one. There is themed hotel. London, as they should. Show me.
There, of course there is. Like we knew this. I mean, how could they
No,
not
but it has to be the grandiose. It has to be
Let's
big.
see.
It has to be like
Because there's
phenomenal.
Airbnbs also. We just never checked. We were just like, why is there? There is. We just
Shut
didn't know.
up, girl.
So like,
Parce que this is what you call, but that's not exactly that.
It's
though.
the room.
Wait, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I mean. I mean like the whole like I want like a proper one, like huge.
You gotta do
You know?
the best you
Parce que
can.
inspired flat, okay, that's cute, but that's not what I want.
But
want
if
the-
I had money and I did like a Harry Potter theme, I would do like picture frames with like moving like videos.
Yeah. There's so many
Are
things you
you
could
ca-
do.
Oh my god. Oh, stop.
What is that supposed to be? It's giving very like old school England or something.
What you mean?
Who slept
Oh
there?
my god.
So you who slept
I mean,
there?
I would be scared as fuck. First of all, I wouldn't go.
It looks like the place where the murders happen.
Under the staircase.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
This is
like
a
this is not.
claustrophobic person's
No,
nightmare.
No.
This is my nightmare right
Not
now.
doing this at all.
I want the Weasley's house.
Ooh, yeah. And I want the chemin de traverse. I don't know how you call this.
Oh my
But like
god.
next to the hotel, just a chemin de traverse. You know, actually, I'm actually hungry.
Are you?
Parce que when you told me you were done, I was just about to. I just opened my yogurt, so I was like, this was supposed to be my breakfast, and I was supposed to go to the gym, and then I was supposed to have lunch. But then you say, I'm already done. So I'm like,
Me-
the whole plan is.
Yeah.
If we go to a cafe somewhere, I'm gonna take something.
Yeah,
But
it's a cafe.
anywho,
I started watching the Beckham documentary,
so?
and I would like to say
it's nice, huh? Attends.
not only is it
What
really
episode?
nice. I just started episode 2. I love how they edited it.
Yes, right?
It's so
well made.
emotional. Like
I love when they do the
the
close-ups,
face.
and then it's like, oh
yes,
it's
I
so
want to be
cute.
like no, and like you know when the Argentina's player was like, oh yeah, he didn't deserve the red card.
Oh, you saw episode 2 then?
No, that's episode 1.
Ah bon?
Yeah. Or
Ah.
it's the very
No,
beginning, but I think
beginning of
it's the
episode,
end
yeah,
of episode 1 though, pretty sure. But anyways, he was like, oh no, he didn't deserve the red card. And then he's like, I thought it was so endearing because it's been years, like who cares?
Me, what I'm wondering is, not wondering, I'm kind of like scared for you, sir, parce que...
When people are gonna realize you
Yeah.
were faking, but everybody could
No,
tell.
not even that. You have the nerve
To
be
laugh
on,
about
to,
it?
to be on camera and laughing about something that actually divided the whole
Yeah,
country.
They were like, you were a
for
good
so
actor.
long.
He was like, I was like, you there? Even me, I was like, you motherfucker.
I was like, damn, so you're
How
gonna
dare
receive
you.
death threats? Like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah. Also, like, get you a husband like David Beckham.
my God, I really,
This dude loved her
I
so
really
much.
pray, honestly, actually hoping he's a good guy.
And I hope they never break up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want it to be like a good guy on the surface, but actually on the side it's like a trash, and we just don't know about it.
'Cause it's
I
Netflix.
actually truly believe.
Yeah.
I want actually to truly believe that he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Like, please.
He seems like
let's have one.
like when they were saying, oh yeah, he would like fly all the way to see her just for a couple hours. I was like, alright, if you have
You're
the
doing
money,
most.
like it's
No,
cool.
you're doing the most.
No, if you have the money, it's nothing for you. It's like taking a cab.
Yeah. But
If you have millions, what's the flight
if
ticket?
this was bad for his job, if that's what the way they were saying it, right? They were saying like,
Yeah.
if you were not focused on your job, then you're doing the most.
But depending on people's MBTI, personally, I thought it was extremely romantic. She's like,
It's
that's
cute.
useless.
I don't know. It's cute, but sir, you're doing the most, and I'd rather you not do it. I know. I understand the point. I thank you for your thoughts, but don't do it. Anyhow, shall we move to the next sports?
Yeah.
You can find me under the tree. I'll be waiting on Christmas Eve. Baby, unwrap me, unwrap me, unwrap me. You where I'll be, right under the tree, next to the fire. The snowflakes are falling. I know just what you like. Oh, I guess Santa was listening. He got your wish list. He must have checked it twice.
This vibe is you need to be having a cigar.
Yeah, she decided that we are middle-aged
Apparently.
men from the Victorian era.
But I mean, this is the vibe we're going for here.
I was thinking Harry
Harry
Potter.
Potter, but Harry Potter isn't in the Victorian era. When you think about it,
Let's not smoke, people.
but it's a very cute place. I don't know. I'm very happy for the discovery. It's a bit far away. Depends where you live. But we're far away from my place. But
So-
very nice.
I like this place, but I just got scolded by Lucy because she's like, you complain too much. But
Yeah, she
basically,
does.
I will ask you guys how you think. This is obviously a popular cafe because of the aesthetic and blah blah blah. And the coffee is supposed to be this like boutique cafe, and the desserts are homemade. So obviously, when the desserts are homemade, it is normal at some point that like at some point in the day, the desserts are gonna get sold out. It's 3 p.m. After lunch, literally, that's what people do in Korea. After lunch, they go. So first of all, I don't believe that it was full in the morning. Why are all the
You
food
see
sold
that
out?
here, there's food. There is food. You just arrived a bit too late.
That's what I'm saying. So I
there
told
is food.
her, I was like, they need to work on their inventory
I don't
because
think so.
Well,
I think
clearly there is
it's part
a.
of
Wait,
the-
let me finish first. Clearly there is a how do you call demand because people are eating still. So it's like, what would have killed you to have like
You know?
2 or 3 cheesecakes in the back?
There is cheesecake.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
non-cheesecakes.
She doesn't like what's
Okay,
there.
I'm really salty because there is no financier.
Okay.
The financier was
Point
sold
is-
out. I was like,
It's giving, when you are like, what do you call this? There's a saying when you put just enough for people to ask for more. What is like
bastards,
you know what I'm saying?
marketing,
Like
hello?
he's giving like, oh my god, it's sold out, it's so popular. It's
But then
like,
me, petty as I am, I'll be like, I'll never be back. Just
I'll be
because
back if I'm
there is
in the
no
neighborhood.
financier.
if I'm in the neighborhood. you
But
see
how
me
long did it
again.
take you to come?
An hour.
Oh, well, okay, that's a bit much. But no, it's really nice. It's very cozy.
It's super nice. It's giving. Again, we're going for very Christmassy cafes lately.
I feel like that's the vibes.
That's the
like
vibes.
the vibes.
So this wooden decoration,
Look
decor,
at this cute.
super nice. And like the library in Harry Potter, we like. There's a Christmas tree. There's a chandelier. It's good. What is that?
Amaretto. I don't know what that means.
Oh, is this strong cocoa?
It's
coffee?
what did she say? Almond and something syrup.
Not bad.
It's very nice,
Yeah. Interesting. Me, basic Americano, I made a mistake. I wanted the one with the cream, but I got scared it's gonna be too sweet, so I just didn't know nothing about that.
And I guess we are satisfied overall.
So, we saw your comments, people. We're gonna listen to you. I personally ordered some nuts. There's like some packaged daily nuts that you're supposed to take and that like helping for daily whatever vitamin intakes or whatnot. There's inside a Brazilian nut which is supposed to be high in selenium that you mentioned. So I'm going to try that for the hair.
Are you talking about with the hair loss?
And this lunch I ordered my my rice bowl like I take it to piece salmon. I'm doing vitamin D, selenium in the natural way.
This
I'm
is
trying.
the thing. Like when I was researching what food are high in vitamin C or like what's the other word, selenium or whatever.
D, selenium
vitamin
and zinc.
These are all foods that we eat on a regular, in my opinion. I eat salmon all the time, and I'm like I eat milk, yogurt all the time.
I don't.
But me, then my solution is still I don't know, because I was like on Coupang, I was looking at the list of food I usually order. It's all there.
I don't
So I'm
eat
like, what's
fish.
the problem?
I don't eat dairy products. I just eat eggs and chicken. That was the only thing that was on the thing.
Bro,
so I'm
eggs-
going to try the nuts.
Eggs are my life.
I'm going to try the nuts, and we'll come back to you. And apparently the scalp treatment that our friend did is helping.
working.
Yeah. So again, maybe I will try that as well.
Also, this is my
Oh yeah.
after first shampoo doing the keratin treatments. It's not bad at all. It's not bad. I shampooed it and I blow dried it and it was really easy. And I also just one pass each. Usually I go back. I did only one, and it's not as like shiny obviously, and it doesn't have as much movement, but it's not
But
bad.
there's more volume though.
It looks okay. Although I do look like a librarian.
Fits the
It
and the
fits.
environment.
It
So you know
perfectly
what?
fits. Oh my god, wait, let me have some bit of decorum. I just wanted to show off my bag, really. I don't have anything to say. This is just a pretty bag. And I'm able to put my
Guitar.
my computer, and that's what I really wanted, like a tote. But did you see like the totes that we usually have? I was tired of those. They fall off my shoulder. They're flimsy, and then they get so dirty because they're white. So I'm like, you know what? Give me a nice.
Almost blinded me.
I'm
with
so
the
sorry.
bag.
This would have been a very sad end to the channel if she lost an eye.
Yeah.
Jesus. How cute is this? So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I like it all.
And this is my bag. Hey. There you go. My little thing, cute thingy. Hey.
It's nice.
The results of Gen Z is probably alphas now because they're young. So I don't know when is alpha starting, but like kids. So like alphas, let's say, they're saying that the state, like what they should know at that age, they don't know. They don't know how to spell. They don't know how to, because there's autocorrect for everything, so they don't necessarily need to spell anymore.
Damn.
So they don't know how to spell. They don't like pass the requirement for the blah, blah, and they're complaining basically.
But see, this is my thing, because I heard something like that. But my thing is, if you live in the world where everything is already known, technically, I'm just saying, why would you need to know it? I remember also when we were younger, my mom would like tutor me after school, and she was like, if you don't know this, how are you gonna live your life? Da, da, da. I'm like, okay, I get it, but now that I'm grown, first, like I remember when she was teaching me how to read the time when I was little, and I was having a hard time with like reading actually on watches, like especially when there's like no numbers, I would get so confused. She'd be like, how are you gonna do this? And now I'm like, well, my phone is here, so technically I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm having a hard time kind of being like, you're not gonna do anything, like, because one, the world now is so advanced that you actually don't always, I'm not saying 100%, but you don't always need to have certain skills that we needed back in the day. And second, we say, oh yeah, Gen Z, but a lot of Gen Z are now making more money than we would make in a lifetime due to social media. You have a bunch of like really big people who just like come out with ideas and it takes immediately, and they're basically successful. Not all obviously, but like a lot of them are really successful. So I don't know if I get, as a millennial, I don't know if I get to say, well, you're stupid and you did it, because are you stupid based on like how you're living? Like is the way you don't know certain thing, is it really hindering the way you live? I don't know.
I think I agree with that. The concept of like, since the world is changing, the education should change as well
Also.
with it, based on what are the new like things that you can use. For example, us when we were growing up, Wikipedia was on the thing at the beginning, right? And when it arrives, like, oh my god, Wikipedia is like giving everybody the answers. It's too easy. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, now Wikipedia is a staple
Exactly.
for everything. So
Now,
you just have to adapt.
not even just Wikipedia. Now we have ChatGPT.
That's what I'm saying. You have so many other tools that come up. The not knowing how to spell, I don't know. That's wild to me. But that's wild to me because, like, in my head, that's one of the basics, spelling. But then, if you tell me there is tools for you to be able to just write directly for you, for example, You know what I'm saying? Like just talking and it's gonna be writing the proper way. Then why would I need to spell?
Exactly.
But my old mindset brain is like, oh
Yeah.
my god, no, you need to know how to fucking spell. You know what I'm saying?
For
so
me-
I understand why people will be confused. Not
Yeah.
confused, but like, mama, stress.
Yeah.
But at the same time, do they actually need to be stressed about
I
that?
think
Because
it's
actually
normal.
missing.
I think it's normal for us as a generation to be stressed about it because now we're thinking with our brains from
Yeah.
before, and we're like, oh my god, you don't know how to do this. But technically, they don't. If they don't need to,
They don't need it.
like what? Personally, what really pisses me off because I don't really care. What really kind of like worries me is not necessarily you knowing how to spell or how to count, whatever. What worries me is that a lot of the kids that you hear these days have zero critical thinking. That's what scares the hell out of me. Because when you have no critical thinking and you think you know everything because everything, like, oh yeah, I heard this on TikTok, and I'm like, bro, you don't know how to think for yourself. Now the thing is, I can't tell you what's the best way to teach kids how to think for themselves because for us when we were younger, our tools were the books and all that stuff, like the traditional teaching. So obviously teaching has to change, but I don't care anything else. You need to learn how to think for yourself because you have too many people, like everybody knows.
There's a sheep mentality.
Bro,
There's
one
too much
of
of a
the
sheep
sentences
mentality.
I hate the most ever is everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Like, I remember specifically when we learned about this in like school, and it was like fallacies, like how to like not have an argument when you're like, well, everybody knows that, or I've never seen it, so it doesn't exist. And I hear this shit all that, especially on social media, because everybody now wants to hear their own voice, and it doesn't matter what everybody else
And
thinks.
the problem with that is that on platforms like TikTok, when you're gonna be shown what is catered to you, then it's gonna be showing your opinion also. So you're only gonna see your opinion anyway.
And you think you're right all
so
the
you're
time.
gonna think you're right because you have other people validating your point
Yeah.
of view. But then that's not the only one.
You're like,
What's the
everybody
point?
knows
Ah.
this, everybody says that. And I'm like, girl, what the hell? That's not the point. It does not mean anything. What do you mean?
Let's say you down the line, like 30 years later, okay, you hire a lawyer. You need to have a lawyer to do something like something
yeah.
very critical.
Yeah.
And you hire the lawyer. You have like a meeting, and you
Yeah.
realize the guy cannot spell. The person cannot spell. Me, I would feel like,
Personally-
oh, I can't trust you because you can't spell. But at the same time, like, does it actually put something negative on their ability? You know what I'm
This
saying?
is how I feel. I don't think with the world that we have today, especially you're saying 30 years, n'est-ce pas? I don't think I will ever know that because literally if now we have ChatGPT to write up something, I don't think I'm gonna know if someone can spell or not. You have Grammarly, you have everything. So if you're gonna write a statement and your computer can be like, hey, this is wrong, and you just click on check and everything is perfect, I don't think I'll ever know. That's why I'm saying it doesn't really matter.
I'm scared. The more we talk right now, the more I'm thinking about ChatGPT and stuff like this, the more I'm like, oh my god, our future
Girl.
is gonna be iRobots.
is.
Like this kind of minority report, like this kind of thing where the
is.
computers
It scares
are just
me.
gonna think, this is the future.
I don't like it. I don't like it either.
We're just gonna die then. Is it what it is?
We're all gonna be wiped out by technology. I'm
Jesus.
glad I won't be there.
Yeah, good luck, eh? Talking about Generation Alpha and stuff, it's when you feel so old. I hate. There
What?
was a guy, I don't know, doing some street interview or something, like kids, like probably Generation Alpha. Check, when is Alpha starting then?
That's a good question.
2010.
Oh, yeah.
So now they're 13, yeah, so they were Alphas. And
Already?
anyway. And they were like, okay, so how would you say, like, you're cool, like, in your lingo, basically. And then, what did they even say? Deep like God, dripping like God, something. And I'm like, huh? The way they were speaking, I was like, okay, this is when we have the disconnect in between generations, and I
girl.
can't understand anything you say anymore.
I already cannot understand what my sister says half the time. And she's like, she's white. She's 23.
She's Gen Z then.
Yeah, I have no clue. Even
so
my
that
brother.
sucks.
And my brother is only 4 years younger than me. You know the debate that irks me? It depends on y'all's country, I don't know. But in my country, in Senegal, yeah, because it's still a very traditional country or whatever, I went back from the holidays and we were just talking, and of course we started talking about like dating and marriage and stuff. And like the guy was like, he said something outlandish about like men and women, and obviously I was just like, yeah, but if you can't do this, why can't I? And he's like, well, you're a woman, and I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, it's not the same. That sentence right there, and that's where I was like, okay, I'm checking out, because it's not the same if I ask you why, you need to give me an actual reason. But then they start pulling out, well, in the Bible, in the this. As soon as you start talking about religion, because for me, religion is subjective. And I grew up a Christian, yeah. I'm a Catholic, but if I'm having a debate, I don't. God, religion, it doesn't go, because for me it's like subjective. You need to have like an objective argument.
That would make okay. Me same, but when you think about them from their point of view,
It's
if,
obvious.
if they believe it, if you believe something, this is I'm telling you.
But
as
you need to
insane.
have the critical thinking to say,
I'm telling
my
you.
belief is not an argument. It's not a fact.
But
so
for
push
them,
that
it is
away.
a fact. That's
But
what I'm
it can
saying.
be. Come on, that's what I'm saying. Like when it's a fact for you, like you believe. Okay, I believe. But you don't have the capacity to be like, okay, this is what I believe. Somebody else might not believe this. So let's take that out of the equation and just talk with the basic that everybody knows, like science and like stuff that is proven. Why are you bringing God into this?
It is proven for religious people. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
My religion is science, for example.
That's what scares the hell out of me, because if you say this is what I'm gonna say. Were you there?
Were you
so-
there when
if
they
you-
made the science discovery?
Well, you can read it on the fuck. If you go to Google
You can
Scholar,
read on
you
Bible. Bible.
But the Bible is not like
I'm
literally.
saying.
Whoa. Pause. No. Let's put it together. Bible.
I'm doing devil advocate.
Devil
I'm
advocate.
clearly not.
But this is what we like. This is what we like. Bible. And then the Google Scholar study that has all the sources of when it was written, by who it was written, all that stuff. Excuse me, which one has the sources? This one.
Yeah, but
The
again,
Bible
when you
is
think about
supposedly
this,
has been written by X many people, like I don't know how many thousands of years ago.
does that mean that the science is more credible?
I'm not saying it's not clear. I'm just saying here
so-
this is like they did it. This is documented. It's not. The sky opened and God gave us, like, again, I'm Catholic, but like I cannot take religion in. You cannot. If you mention religion, it's fine, but I'm checking out immediately. I'm not debating with you. I'm sorry. I'll be like, oh, okay, and then move on.
Same, to be fair. you cannot like debate with a belief, because I agree with that.
Belief is not
Because
a fact.
you're not gonna change somebody's mind.
Because
based
if
on
a
that
Christian and a
anyway.
Muslim then have a debate, then what are we gonna do? There is no debate then. Because then it's completely different. So, okay, let us know in the comment what you think. Should religion be a part of a debate? Like a real, like, argumentative debate. I really want to know.
Actually, when you think about it, science sometimes, me again, science side, huh? But when science make discovery, sometimes they go back on the discovery.
Yeah.
Right? So
It could
they're
be
like,
wrong.
then how credible is this?
Yeah.
It's not because everybody was at the time like, oh yeah, this is what it is. And then suddenly, actually,
Yeah.
you discovered that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I agree
So
with
like,
that.
then what would you be the Bible against it? It's like,
But for me, it's like not only because if you wanna quote the Bible, again, you're very much allowed to do this. But I'm so sorry. If you're like living by the Bible, you need to really be living by the Bible. For me to take this
All
if
the
you
way,
do
not just
everything,
pick and choose.
But you cannot pick and
Yeah.
choose. I'm wearing knit and jeans right now. I'm already against the Bible because you're not supposed to be wearing mixed. Yeah, there is like a text that says you're not supposed to wear mixed textiles or whatever, something like that.
Dude, you lie.
Yes, I think so.
In
Where
the
is my phone?
Bible? Why would I be in
It's,
the
you
Bible?
know, it's one of those stories that's on the. Let me see. I want to
What?
make sure. I'm gonna make sure.
What is that?
Exactly. Like it's just dumb. It's a dumb example, but basically the Bible says the weaving of two kinds of material, like wool and linen, is like bad or whatever. And so when someone is like, "Well, the Bible says," and starts saying something that's completely outlandish, I'm like, "Okay, well, what are you wearing, sir? Get out!" Because your argument, you're basically picking and choosing things.
I hope. That one thing I'm like, if you bring that to an argument, I stop.
What?
This is how it is, or this is how we always done it. I'm like, then explain to me why it is. Why it is always been this way. There must be a reason then. Tell me
get up.
why.
No,
I'm like,
I'm not asking more questions. I'm not following up.
I just
I'm like,
walk
oh,
out.
okay.
So
This
you
is
don't
how
think
it's
then?
always been. Or when
Alright
they say,
then.
well, traditionally, historically, doesn't mean
Okay.
it was working. Are you crazy?
Okay, then historically,
Oh
explain
my
to me
God.
why. And then does this still apply today? It's a simple thing, but no.
Why did we start talking about this?
I don't know. And we've been rambling again for way too long. So I think we're just gonna stop because it's been 18 minutes, honey.
Yeah, we have shit to do around here.
Bye.
Guys, we are going home. The light is green. We need to run. We'll see you later.
Bye.